Gotta rank 'em all, Pokémon!
Welcome to Spelunkers, a place for exploring video games and nerd culture. I'm Ryan, and this is Gotta Rank 'em All, the Pokemon ranking show, where Chris...
Pidgey. Pidgey's my name this week. It's not even on the list.
How much paperwork do you go through every week, Chris? Because the
lot.
last several
So
weeks...
much paperwork.
How long is a name in effect before you change it again is the next question.
I've got inside sources.
Oh, it gets pushed through really quick. Madman. Every week, get a guest and a random list of 20 Pokemon and put them in the most officially arbitrary list of all time. Our wonderful returning guest this week, host of the best hashtag PPUp podcast in your podcast feed that I know about, Chris Logan.
Hi, fellas. Thanks for having me back.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for that intro. People know exactly what to look for to find my show now. Thank you so much. That makes so much sense to people that don't listen to my show.
It's the hashtag positivity podcast, of course.
Of course.
Of course, that's what I meant by PP, everybody. Come on. Get your heads out of the gutter. Although on this podcast, we're not always positive. Chris gets a chance to air some grievances that he doesn't allow himself on his own show.
And boy, it's built up, I tell you. One of these Pokemon is going to get it.
Ooh, I wonder who is going to be on the receiving end of that tonight. Well, let's get a little refresher of the list in before we get going. It has been an extra week because last week was our bonus episode on just gushing about Legends Arceus, which we adore. Have you picked that up, Chris?
I haven't. My daughter is definitely going to play it. She's excited, and so I'll play vicariously through her, and maybe I'll jump in. It looks interesting. I mean, like you're running around, you're catching Pokemon directly from the wild without battling them. It looks pretty cool. It's about time that series shakes up the formula a little bit.
Yeah. And they nailed it.
Is it awesome? Is it great? You loving it?
It's amazing.
Chris and I are agreed. Not all Pokemon fans are agreed, but Chris and I are agreed that it's our favorite Pokemon game.
Wow. High praise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we love it. All right. So top of the list, we've got Greninja, Lugia, and Decidueye at 1, 2, and 3. Way down at 770 is Jinx, 769 Young Goose, nice. 768 Gothita. Nice. And what's half of that? 350, 385. If I can find that. Is that I can't find it. Never mind.
Gigantamax. Okay, Ryan, take it away.
Gigantamax Centiskorch at 385, Rhyhorn at 386, and Swablu at 387. Our number 100 bouncer this episode is Ninetales. OG. Solidmon.
Very solid.
I love that you have to say Jinx's name every single episode of this podcast. You should
solid reminder.
You know how many Pokemon there are, right? Like there's what? They crossed 1,000 yet?
By our count, because we're like Gigantamax aren't always counted separately, Megas aren't counted separately by the Pokedex standard. So by our count with Hisuian now it's like 1,034, 35.
You should just move Jinx to 1,035. Just that's where they're gonna end up. Just get her down there already.
Fair enough.
It's true. Well, you know what? Let's give her due. She gets to slowly inch down as a weekly reminder of Game Freak's failures.
I like that.
First on the chopping block tonight is Pumpkaboo.
Pumpkaboo, obviously a pumpkin.
Yep.
Inspiration is obviously right in the name and looking at it. I love this is a ghost Pokemon, right? Yeah, ghost grass. Really, Pokemon, in my opinion, can't go wrong with ghost. I almost love every ghost Pokemon. None of them are horrible that I've come across. This thing has got the cute factor. It's cool. I'm not saying it's going to be top 20 or anything, but it's getting a thumbs up from me.
Yeah, it's got kind of a Dracula vibe going, but also like I don't know if there's supposed to be an extra pair of eyes in its bottom half on its like pumpkin stomach, but it kind of reminds me of Mickey's overalls, the look of it.
Yeah.
I see.
I like.
What I think they're going for is a spirit that inhabited a jack-o'-lantern. So those were eyes cut into a jack-o'-lantern, and like the spiritual essence is glowing through the eyes.
Now it's just holes in his stomach, which is pretty metal.
Yeah, pretty metal.
You look at the evolution, and it loses that. It loses the second pair of eyes. It's just the jack-o'-lantern eyes. The Gorgeist, I believe.
Oh no, there's a little eye underneath the hair up there.
Oh, there is. You're right. Yep. I have my Pokemon Bible with me. My daughter put a post-it note on every page for a Pokemon we're talking about today. So shout out to Lily. Thank you. You're a lifesaver.
Chris's daughter gets homework from her parents. Can you believe this?
Pokemon homework. She doesn't
20
mind.
Pokemon.
I'm not too crazy about the name Pumpkaboo. Pumpkin boo like a ghost. It works, but it's not the most clever.
Yeah, it's
neither is the Pokemon. It's just a pumpkin, but
yeah, it's trying to be clever, and it feels a little clunky. Like the boo and the pumpkin I get, but then they've got that extra A in there to like connect them, and it just doesn't feel right compared to its evolution Gorgeist, which is just an incredible name.
Yeah, that one works a lot better.
I do love this shiny though. The glowing orange is like a neon sickly green, and the shell of the gourd becomes deep purple, and the ghost body on top is darker, like a black. I really like those colors. It's definitely much spookier than the OG color scheme.
It seems to be a nice ghost, which isn't always the case. Stories say it serves as a guide for wandering spirits, leading them through the night to find their true home. So that's nice.
That is nice.
At that. Game Freak has it in them to make nice ghost stories too. I wouldn't have believed it after 700 some odd Pokemon.
Yeah. So we do have Gorgeist on the list at 393. I think
Gorgeist is the cooler version.
Yeah. So does the cuteness of this one win over the coolness of Gorgeist? I'd say no.
Yeah,
Gorgeist has the cooler name, and it still looks cool. Where this one is cute, but its name isn't as cool. It's a lot more simple. It's just cool Pokemon, but I don't think it tops Gorgeist.
I agree. So how much lower do we go there is the question.
Well, all right. I'd like to bring up Ghastly at 411. Is this a better first form ghost than Ghastly?
I say yes.
I mean, I'm a original 151 guy. They have a special place in my heart, but Ghastly is just a ball of gas. I've got to accept that it is almost too simple. This probably has a little bit more creativity than Ghastly. I like Ghastly, but it can go above.
Okay. All right. We've got a range. We're finding the range here.
Also in there we have Phantump, which is kind of like the, I don't know, sister Pokemon to this, brother Pokemon, whatever you want to say. Another ghost grass type. That's probably like right next to it in your Bible there.
Yeah, should be just a couple numbers lower.
My Bible is alphabetical, so.
Okay.
They put all these emphasis on numbers for years, and then they release a book that's alphabetical.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Also, does that mean that like evolutions aren't next to each other?
Correct. It will show you. There's a little picture of like showing you the evolution, but the actual entry for that evolution, you'd have to flip and find it.
Oh my god!
It does remind you what they all look like.
Okay. All right.
Very interesting. Yeah, I think I like Phantump more than Pumpkaboo.
I think Michael Moran would want us to have Pumpkaboo below Phantump.
Yeah, so Galarian Meowth, the kind of Viking Meowth, maybe below that, I think, too.
Yeah.
Or wait, is Galarian? Yeah, Galarian's the Viking one. Alolan's the weirdo that I don't like.
Yeah, like the purple fur.
Whatever they're going for.
Focus camera, thank you.
And then I'm okay going below Butterfree as well. Butterfree's got a great legacy, you know. Give one of the 151 their credit.
Yeah,
so between Butterfree and Ghastly, is that okay with everybody?
The new
here?
411.
411.
Yeah, that works for me.
Sure.
That feels good.
Excellent.
All right, Pumpkaboo. A new 411. You've done good. You're a good ghost. But I feel like you have a pumpkin patch to get back to. So get on out of here. We've got more Pokemon to rank. Next up, we've got Latios. In case
Legendary.
blue is your favorite color.
Yeah. Did we already rank? We ranked Mega Latios and Mega Latios, right? Did we rank regular Latios? We did.
We have.
At 206. Where? So, I mean, we can talk about this Pokemon in its own rights, but it's blue Latios. I think it's cooler. It's got like kind of an attitude on its face compared to Latios is a little more like serene.
Okay, there's a Latias and a Latios. I'm trying to wrap my head around this here.
Yeah.
I'm so conveniently on the page here. I do see Mega Latios, which I like regular Latios more than Mega Latios. Mm-hmm. Mega Latios looks kind of fat unnecessarily. Where I like how sleek Latios looks. He's like an airplane. Looks like to be the biggest inspiration here that I'm seeing here. Like a
totally
giant 747 airplane. Looks nice and sleek. I'm digging this guy.
Yeah, we have Mega Latios already on the list down at 484. That mostly just because he looks so similar. They really didn't change very much for him.
Yeah, I for me, he's higher than Mega.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think he's higher than Latios, even at 206.
Okay. Latios can project images into someone else's mind to share information.
That's dangerous.
It can overtake jet planes?
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Right. Sounds like that new Jurassic World Dominion trailer if y'all watch that. Should. Except you won't, because you haven't even watched Jurassic Park. How's that possible?
Yeah, why would I watch a new Jurassic World trailer when I haven't seen Jurassic Park?
You make me sick.
You haven't seen Ryan. I know you haven't seen a lot of movies. We've talked about this several times, Ryan, but you've never seen Jurassic Park?
I've never seen Jurassic Park.
Oh my god. It's probably been built up so much you'll finally see it and be like, but it's very good. You should see that.
I gotta say, every person who finds that out about me has the wildest reaction. Like, it's never just like, oh, interesting. They're always like, you haven't seen Jurassic Park? Like, I committed a felony or something. Like,
I mean, everybody has classic. Like one or two movies that are like, oh, I just haven't gotten around to it. Oh, I've never seen Saving Private Ryan. I've never watched, I don't know, Citizen Kane or whatever. But Jurassic Park, I feel like by accident, you should have seen it on cable or something.
No, I haven't seen Citizen Kane either.
Well, I haven't seen that either. I don't think
you
that's
gotta seek
probably
that one
aged
out.
well.
So that's a little understandable.
I have seen Saving Private Ryan.
Okay, well there you go.
That's good. That's a good film. Basically the same as Jurassic Park.
Yeah, very similar.
I'm sure.
But Latios.
Off topic.
He's gonna be ranking pretty high, huh? So what are some other? What can we?
Well, we've got
Arrow too.
Yeah, I think they're right above Latios there. They're so incredibly similar. Latios is just ever so slightly cooler, I think.
Yeah. Is it really just the color?
There's like a facial expression in their positioning.
Oh yeah.
I think the wings.
Latios has a lot more confidence.
Oh.
In the facial expression. He's very sure of himself.
Yeah. Latios is more joyful, just having a good time. It's on spring break.
Okay,
so does anybody feel strongly that it should go any higher, lower?
No, I figure right next to each other is pretty good. And I think you're right. The attitude definition that the face gives Latios is a little edge up on Latios. So that would be a new 206.
Wait.
Sound good? No objections? All right.
Sounds good.
Moving on. Next up, thank you, Latios, new 206. Right there with your brother. You'll be flying through the skies in no time. Next up, we've got Gigantamax Blastoise.
Look at this beast. Look at this guy. Oh
Look
my
at
God.
him. Yeah, this is the in the trailer for the Isle of Armor. This is the image that they showed, just like a brief flash of really quick when they were showing what was new. This is kind of a better picture of his back. He's just a giant like marine base with cannons.
Yeah. So does he get on all fours and shoot in all directions? Is that the idea? Because it looks like he's shooting behind him when he's standing up, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah. Blastoise usually has the cannons going over his shoulders, shooting ahead, but this guy's either shooting backwards or, like I said, maybe he gets on all fours and just shoots everywhere.
Yeah, he must get cool down on all fours because, yeah, even that one like all the way to the top, he'd have to bend down a bit at least to shoot forward.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So we've got the Gigantamax entry immediately brings your point to light. Sword, it's not very good at precision shooting, but when attacking, it just fires its 31 cannons over and over and over.
Wow, real stormtrooper strategy.
But to be fair, water fired from this Pokemon's central main cannon has enough power to blast a hole into a mountain.
So, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
One Punch Man over here, but with water cannons. I think less like a naval ship. I almost think they're going for like the old. It used to be like on the coast of lands, the tiny islands would just be turned into forts, and the whole thing would just be it'd be just a tiny little island out in a port. And it would just be turned into cannons, like that. It would just be concrete or stoned up and turned into cannons. I think this is like a floating fort island. Is the idea behind Blastoise here? The way he's armored and gunned in like a full 360 range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely shot one of these in Star Fox a long time ago. Certain of it.
I mean, it's a cool idea. So explain to me briefly. This is beyond my Pokemon knowledge, but Blastoise, I know Blastoise, he's an OG. There's Mega Evolutions and G-Max, and those are both temporary, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So Blastoise could evolve into a Mega or a G-Max, depending on circumstances and game and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, technically, I don't think Megas are in the same game. I don't think Megas and G-Max have ever been in the same game.
Okay.
Yeah, not within the same game.
Have y'all ranked Mega Blastoise yet?
I'm not sure, actually. Let's see.
I think this is cooler than Mega Blastoise.
I think
Mega Blastoise, because Blastoise is 2 cannons, Mega is 3 cannons, so he adds a cannon to him. But this guy is really mixing up what Blastoise is all about. Really mixing up the even attack style. Not to be overlooked, the cannons kind of steal the show, but he's also got these triangle designs on his feet and tail just to kind of add a little bit of flair to him.
I think there's also something to be said, because in a lot of Mega Blastoise pictures he's shown from the front, because you get to see the arm cannons a lot better. Blastoise originally seen in this picture from the rear, having Gigantamax Blastoise show off the shell so much more than himself, I think is very good.
Yeah.
His glowing eyes are badass.
He is. Yeah, Mega Blastoise we have at 120. Quite high. But I think I agree that this is better. Definitely not as good as OG Blastoise, who we have up at 22.
Yeah. I would agree. Somewhere above Mega Blastoise, at least. I don't know that it... Does this break the top? Is this better than Ninetales? Are 31 cannons better than Ninetales? The classic question.
I mean, look, I'm just a humble guest on your show, but I think this is good. Ninetales is cool. It's elegant. I guess it's more of the cute factor versus cool factor, and it's cute, but this is pretty high on the cool factor. Like, this is the most guns of any Pokemon. That's got to count for something.
If they had made a Pokemon gun, this would have been on the cover.
Yep. Although then it couldn't have been Gigantamax Blastoise.
Yeah, it would have been some legendary. Yeah.
I like it more than Mega Aggron, which I'll have at 91.
Oh, interesting. Hard to compare them, but I was having trouble going above Mudkip just because I love Mudkip. We're so close to pushing him out of the top 100, but I do think I agree that he's probably better than Mega Aggron. Let me look at a picture of Mega Aggron again.
In a minute. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think I might stop there. I don't think it's better than Excadrill. It is better than Trapinch, but, you know. The list is flawed. We all understand the premise of the show by now.
It's flawed, but it's also final and written in stone.
Yeah,
it's never science.
Yep, science and the most important decisions. I kind of like below Crocodile, above Trapinch.
Well, now I like above Crocodile. How do you like that? No,
why is Pidgeot so high? What am I missing about Pidgeot, guys?
It's just legacy, a lot of it. Great episodes in the anime. When he loses his Pidgeot and says he'll see it later, and then he never sees it later because Ash is a terrible person.
Okay, so we're bringing in story when we're ranking this. Okay. Which this guy has a disadvantage because I cannot not imagine they're in the anime as of now.
Oh, I think there's at least one season of Sword and Shield, but I don't know that
there is. But none of us have seen any of it.
This is very much the millennials view of Pokemon. Yeah.
See, like the first 2 seasons religiously, and then maybe like season 3 and 4 a little bit.
I really like Trapinch. I love the simplicity of that design. It is cute and cool, which is rare. Right above or right below Trapinch is what I'm feeling. But I'm not going to be the one to break that tie. Y'all can decide if it's above or below.
We're stuck on above and below.
Or, I mean, Chris said he likes
Excadrill
more, so right above Mega is cool with me, the new 91.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
I will live with it. I just, we needed 2 people to agree. Premise.
That's the science of the show.
That's right. All right, Gigantamax Blastoise, a new 91, another Blastoise in the top 100. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Next up, we've got Mega Alakazam.
Look at the beard on that guy.
Mega Alakazam. This dude's pretty rad looking.
Yeah,
it's probably my favorite from the family.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think, again, I love the original 151. I love those first 3, but this is even cooler. Like, the beard, why did it take so long for him to get a big white beard? That seems so obvious for this type of character. And I guess that's the mustache just flowing out to the sides. Those things on his wrist are implied to be like sleeves of like a robe.
Yep.
I love everything about this. I think it's the best of the first 3. The spoons above his head is super cool. He's finally not holding them. He's just using his mind. Awesome. I think if you've Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam, if y'all have ranked any of them, I think this is above any of them.
Yeah, we definitely ranked Kadabra. That was a very early one at 310. Did we rank Alakazam yet? No.
8? No.
No. And Abra is a 337. So those are both quite low. I think this is better than Ninetales. Although Ninetales isn't technically our bouncer anymore. It's Ditto. Still better than Ditto.
Ditto can just become Mega Alex.
Oh, interesting point. Why is he not number 1? No, I'm kidding.
Ditto never leaves the 100 spot from here on.
Is there any Pokemon Ditto can't copy?
I don't think so.
How is Ditto not number 1? It's not my episode to decide. It's already been decided, but I'm curious.
Nothing like the original.
But you know what makes any Pokemon cooler?
That's just an argument.
Any Pokemon.
NFTs. Oh god.
Any Pokemon is cooler if it looks exactly the same but has a derp face. I did not bring Ditto today to talk about, but look, if I'm honored with a 3rd appearance, I might be reworking Ditto for you guys. But that's not this episode. That's not this episode.
Man, what do we compare it to in the top 100? I think we're all in agreement. Top 100, right?
Definitely. Yeah. I think this guy's going very high. I'm looking at number 50. You have Giratina. I like it more than Giratina personally. I don't know if that's a hot take.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't think
more than Weevil. Okay, 36 is Charizard. I can't personally put it above Charizard.
I could.
I can.
I could.
Bringing up old memories from my last visit here. Gigantamax Charizard. I like it more than Infernape. Look, how about Blastoise at 22? He's an OG. We just talked about how much we love the original Blastoise. Is Mega Alakazam better than Blastoise?
Maybe not.
I think it's close, though. I think we're in the ballpark here.
Probably say below Lucario.
Meowth? He's cooler than Meowth. Come on. I know he has the anime and he talks and he's got a lot going for him, but
I think as far as Megas go, I like this more than Mega Blaziken. I'd be happy right between Lucario and Mega Blaziken.
I'd say below Mega Blaziken, but I'll let Chris break the tie there.
Oh gosh, now I gotta look at Mega Blaziken. All right. Mega. Honestly, I think we did this one last time I was on. Funny enough, let's see. Yeah, man, Mega Blaziken is freaking cool.
It's true.
I say below Mega Blaziken.
All right.
Excellent.
To the new 28.
Mega Alakazam, new 28. Awesome. Fantastic job. I can't wait to learn some cryptic life lessons from you. Next up, we've got Scizor. Scizor. I've always said Scizor because like scissor.
Yeah, I mean, I always used to say Scizor, but I think I got corrected to Scizor at some point. It really should just be Scizor. He's supposed to have scissor hands. This is the whole thing, but I don't know.
I've wondered the same thing, and I was hoping this appearance would clear it up, but no.
No.
Still can't decide.
No, sometimes you just left wondering in the Pokemon universe. A lot of times, actually, you're just left. I have confidently said probably like 750 Pokemon names at this point. I still bet half of those were wrong.
Fair enough. This guy's super cool.
Aren't Scizors also a pinching thing?
Oh, is that like a different thing?
I think a Scizor. I'm probably embarrassing myself because I'm probably just thinking of the Pokemon, but I feel like when insects have the things in their mouth that pinch together, that's what it's called. But
isn't it just Jaws? Don't they just call those? I could be wrong. I'm not an insect scientist.
Yeah, I hate looking at insects, so I'm not gonna Google anything with that actually. I believe you.
Did you just start to type insect and we're like, nope. Backspace.
Oh, no, apparently that's just called a mandible. Never mind. And yeah, these are gross pictures, so I'm gonna right. Scissors. We'll say it's scissors. Okay.
Yeah, he's super cool. He took Scyther, which was already one of the best of the 151, and made him way cooler. One of the first steel types. Very annoying to get because you had to get like a post-game item and then trade him with somebody with it attached. But yeah, super, super cool. And I think still like competitive. He was definitely competitive every gen that I played in competitive. He's very fast with very high attack and pretty good typing. Although he's very, very weak to fire.
But a bug type with a metal body is pretty cool. Terrifying in real life if I came across some kind of bug with a metal body. But as a Pokemon, I think it's super rad.
You know, Chris, we have another bug with a metal body on this list. Durant.
And where's Durant? 651. That's where you want to start with Scizor?
Yeah, I think we're going above.
No, I don't want to start there. I think Scizor's way better. I just think it's funny that Chris goes to a bug with a metal body, and there is another Pokemon with a bug metal body, and it's terrible.
Well, I googled Durant, and I got tons of pictures of Kevin Durant, the basketball player. So yeah, he's cooler than Durant. Yeah.
This guy can play some b-ball.
Same thing happened to me when I was prepping that episode. Yeah, I mean, I love Scizor. I'm a Gen 2 apologist.
Okay, let me ask this: Mega Scizor, you guys have at 34.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I'm comparing them side by side. I mean, Mega Scizor is cool, but I don't like the jaggedness of his claws. I like Scizor's more simple, just one sharp point, whereas Mega Scizor has like the sawtooth thing going on. So obviously you guys might like Mega Scizor because you have him at 34, and I think it looks cool, but I think Scizor is maybe a little bit cooler, but let me hear y'all's take.
Ryan?
I think there may have.
By the way, I don't mean to interrupt, but my book here, my Bible, says how to say it. Scizor. So there you go. Scizor, officially.
Okay. I will take it. But also, one of those books said to call Pidgeot Pidgeot. So, grain of salt, but I believe it.
Who you gonna argue with the book, man? Let's see, who's the author of this book? Ash Ketchum. I mean, how are you gonna argue with the man?
That man showed up late to get his first Pokemon. I don't trust anything.
Okay, I think a lot of our love for Scizor also came out with Mega Scizor.
That's true.
I do think there is a possibility they go very close to each other at the very least.
Yeah. I don't know. I like them both for very different reasons. Scizor is more of a like clean design, but Mega Scizor kind of has like a samurai look almost going on with the like black cross across his head there.
Yeah.
But I could go either way, honestly.
So we're in the ballpark with Mega Scizor.
Yeah, I think it goes near there.
How about Gigantamax Charizard, which is right below?
I am always down to move Charizards down the list.
What is wrong with you? Good Lord. Quilava is 36, and I like Scizor more than Quilava.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. I would put it at 36. Chris, where would you? Well, honestly, I like it more than Infernape, which is above Mega Scizor. So.
Okay. I mean, I'm okay with that too.
Blaziken, it gets tough. I don't know. Blaziken's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I get kind of similar vibes from like the attitude both of those Pokemon are giving off. Like Scizor and Blaziken are both like, let's fucking go.
Totally. Yeah. I think that's a great spot. Split up those firefighting types.
Yeah.
The new 33.
Scizor is going to get demolished between the two of them. It's true. Terrible type matchups. All right, Scizor, a new 33, pushing Mudkip out of the top 100.
Disgusting.
101. Disgusting, but
we're shaking things up.
Science proves it. Let's see if we can push Mudkip even further in Chris's discuss tonight. Our next contestant is Drillbur.
Drillbur, the pre-evolution of Pokemon we just talked about earlier, Excadrill. He's cute.
Is he?
He's kind of cute.
He's kind of cute.
I can agree with like, kind of cute.
As far as like a mole goes, like it's it's not like puppy cute, but it's still like small mammal cute.
He's better than like a Monty mole, right?
As far as cuteness, I would agree.
But like just in general, even I don't know. I don't care about Monty mole.
just in general. Screw you, Monty.
Not top 100.
am
looking for
not top half even. I don't think. I think it's cute, but I think that's about all it's got going on, and then it evolves into something really cool. But that's about it.
Yeah.
Drillbur bores through the ground by bringing its claws together to form a sharp point and rotating its entire body. In this way, it can travel underground as fast as 30 miles per hour.
It's pretty quick.
That is pretty cool.
I don't like the purple stripes. I don't know. It's not. The colors are weird. I don't love this guy.
Have you seen the shiny? What if the purple was magenta?
A shiny Pokemon that's a slightly different hue? Unheard of. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's... He's not in like the monstrosity camp where it's like, I can't even look at this thing. So he's not that far down, but he's on the bottom half of your list. I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, I think probably agree. Well, I mean, I would compare it to Diglett, but Diglett's not in the right place. So
Where Diglett belongs.
Compared to Duck Trio though, which is probably
my God,
better.
Mega Charizard Y is at 524. What is going on?
Terrible Mega. They barely changed him,
and all they did was make him uglier. It's no good.
We're not here to talk about that. Let's move
on. See, we have to have a Charizard stand on every few episodes just so that those people feel represented by this podcast. Our guest looks through the list like, what are you doing?
Okay, Shiftry is at 598, and I have very similar feelings with Shiftry.
Okay.
It's the same kind of ugly in my mind.
I say above, but mostly because I feel like we're looking low for me. But also, I mean, we should be below Hoopa. So that's fine. Hoopa's at 586.
Okay.
So between 586 and 598, I'm looking. Ryan, you have any input?
Well, I was going to say above Embor at 574, but I will let you have your below Hoopa.
Okay.
I think it should be below these Venusaurs. 589 to 590. So somewhere around Golem. Let's see.
Yeah, I think above Golem for me. He's just a rock with a face protruding.
I have questions about Golem, honestly, now more recently. Because like, where does the skin come from?
I like Golem, but you know, he's an OG. I gotta give him some props. But above or below Golem, either one of those, I'm not arguing.
All right, Ryan, it's up to you. Above or below Golem?
I kind of want below Golem, above Dabool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I have an Alpha Golem, and I'm a Golem stand now. Gross. No, I'm kidding. I do have an Alpha Golem, though. It was a fun catch. All right, Drillbur, 592. You're adorable, but I really want what you turn into and not who you are today, which I know that's a me problem. I got to work on it, but it's just how it is. Next up, we've got Wishcash.
I don't like saying this Pokemon's name. Whiskash.
Whiskash.
I don't know. It should be just call it Whisker. Call it Whiska. Whiskash. I don't know.
Yeah.
It clashes. You know, Whisker's what they're pulling from. I don't know where the cash comes in. It just makes me think of currency, which has nothing to do with this guy.
I always think of money. I've never thought about his name at all. Even like the Whisker, I never thought about it. It's just like, oh yeah, get Whiskash, money.
Whiskash.
Yeah. I don't know.
Something always made me think catfish.
I mean, he does have those long.
Yeah, it looks very catfish-like.
Yeah.
Never put money
whiskers.
together.
Catfish have whiskers. This is the
I also never put the whiskers thing together until this very moment either. I had no idea what he was going for.
He sucks. Oh, good.
I don't like the name. The look. Yeah, I mean, Barboach and Whiskash, neither one are. I don't know. He's got a W on his forehead.
Yeah.
Is silly.
He's trying to be Harry Potter, but he like did one too many squiggles.
Yeah.
That top fin that's got 3 black dots on it is adding nothing.
Yeah.
Again, not a monstrosity Pokemon, but not a lot of high point either.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't look good. He has a bad name. He has a terrible type. Water grounds, no good. Very weak against grass specifically. I mean, it's okay because it neutralizes lightning, I guess, but I've never been a big fan of water ground.
So the Legends Arceus Pokedex entry, which this is the first one we're reading on the show, strikes its caudal fin against the swamp bed to shake the ground and startle its prey. It will then swallow the fleeing prey whole. Here's where it gets a little peculiar. People mistook this behavior as the cause of earthquakes.
I mean, I guess it's smacking the ground. They're not that big. Even the alpha one is not that big. So I don't know.
They're like 2 feet and 50 pounds. How is this thing causing an earthquake?
I mean, I could probably learn Earthquake.
Is Earthquake even in Legends Arceus?
No.
I haven't
seen it.
I have 50 hours. Yeah. So no, it can't do Earthquake anymore. Not in Legends Arceus, at least.
And that's the only Pokemon game now, says Ryan.
Well, I'm reading a Dex entry from Legends Arceus. That's why that's relevant. Otherwise, sure, but I don't. Do they talk? Let me see if this is mentioned in other Pokedex entries.
Probably not, because these are all Oh, it is?
It is.
Oh, interesting.
In Sapphire, in Pearl, in Alpha Sapphire, in Moon, they mention the word Earthquake. Leaping from the water is believed to herald an... Oh, it's different, though. Leaping from the water is believed to herald an earthquake. Oh, wait. Omega Ruby. Extremely territorial. Just one of these Pokemon will claim a large pond as its exclusive territory. If a foe approaches it, it thrashes about and triggers a massive earthquake.
Okay. Interesting. This guy does not look like an intimidating territorial Pokemon. Looks like a dope.
Looks very, very derpy. Yeah. Big round eyes, little pupils. I think they're pretty close to where we just ranked Drillbur. I think we're in the same ballpark there. I'm looking at, you guys have cast form at 603. Is that all forms of cast form under one entry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it the fact that he looks like balls that we're using so low?
Yeah.
Truck
I believe it was Brian, from Draft Punks came on and was like, the Truck Nuts Pokemon. I said, the what?
Yes. Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Yes. I think we're around there.
Yeah. I'd go below Slowbro, Galarian Slowbro, 6'11", 6'12".
I'm still going down.
Okay.
Dropping. Where's Whisper? Where's Whisper?
615. I'm lower. This isn't as good as Carvana, right? I mean, I know Carvana is not great. We have our problems with Carvana, but I'd rather have a Carvana than this.
It's true, but that's because of what Carvana turns into. But still, I don't know. I could go below. Carvana's colors are just awful. They clash so terribly, but...
Oh, man. Our fish here is sinking. Look, they live in the swamp, and they rest on the murky bottom, so it makes sense. They're going to be at the murky bottom of our list here.
Yeah, this is their home.
It's true.
Fearow. How do we feel against Fearow?
Number 644. Below, maybe, I think. Yeah, I think below.
Yeah.
What about our boy Quillfish, the fish that can't swim?
Can't swim?
He can't swim well. That's like his whole thing in his Pokedex entries.
He just floats around.
Yeah. No, it might be better than Quillfish.
I think that's fair.
We finally found the bar.
Yeah. Maybe right above.
Yeah, maybe right above. Because we've also got Walren at 655, who I think is much better.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, I like Muna more as well. So
perfect.
659, Wish Cash at home, near the bottom of everything. Where you belong. Next on the list, we've got Loudred.
Oh, speaking of Whisper, here's its evolution.
Yeah.
This is another weird name because it's just two words that we know, loud and red, but it's not Loud Red. It's Loudred. I don't know.
Yeah.
Trip me up.
I wonder if they're going for like a Dread, like in Metroid Dread, but they don't have the A, so that would be weird.
I think that actually this is just a translation error, and really it's supposed to be Lou Dread.
I don't know. The Bible, again, to refer to it, says actually Loud Red. Loud Red. Loud, all caps, you emphasize loud dash red is how I pronounce it.
Loud
Red. Loud Red.
I hate it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Loud makes sense, the speakers, but red, I don't know. I don't know what they're going for.
Now, Ryan,
not their finest moment, localizers.
If we could back up a moment, were you going for a joke with Lou Dread? What were we doing?
It's a Lou, the first name Lou, last name Dread.
Oh, from Death Stranding, of course.
I don't know. I was trying to make a Pokemon have a real name joke. All right. We didn't have to revisit it, Chris. You could have let it.
No, I needed to revisit it.
Oh, that was a joke. Oh, okay. Hang on.
God
I just want to make sure we know that before we laugh. That's how you know your joke was good. So this guy, he's in Detective Pikachu movie, right? Like in the club, like he's the one playing music. Is that him?
Maybe.
Am I thinking of the right one? There can't be that many speaker. You haven't seen Detective Pikachu?
I haven't.
I get that you haven't seen a lot of movies, but like it's Pokemon.
Yeah, man, you've recorded a Pokemon podcast for how many freaking hours now? 60? 70?
Yes, that is him in Detective Pikachu. And Ryan, you've got to see Detective Pikachu.
Putting me on blast now.
Well,
yeah, he's horrifying. Oh my god.
Video game movies are notoriously not great, but Detective Pikachu is arguably the best video game movie out there. It's in the running.
All right.
True.
It's got to count for something.
It's fair. I mean, I planned on seeing it. It just, the movies are like, it's a 15-minute drive once to leave the house.
It's not in theaters anymore. But
I know. I meant when it was in theaters.
Yeah, what is it on? Is it on any streaming thing? I don't know. HBO Max? I assume it's on. Everything's on HBO Max. I don't know where it is. I assume it's on HBO Max these days.
It is not streaming. You got to watch the old-fashioned way. You got to pay money.
Oh my god! Well, nobody will ever see that movie again.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, so we've got Whismur and Exploud both on the list. They're both not doing great. Whismur's 615. Exploud, the evolution of this, is at 647.
All right, so
I think this might be better than either of them, but not by a lot.
I had to look up the etymology behind the name of Loudred, and I refuse to accept their explanation of pronunciation with loud red, because they're saying they got the name from loud, high in volume, and dread, fear. It would be much more like you would want to pronounce that than Loudred, so that you kind of get both of those pronunciations in there. Loud red just makes me think this is ugh. I'm hating this the more I think about it.
I think this is it's my favorite. This is rare because it's the middle evolution, but I think it's my favorite of the family.
Yeah, I mean low bar, but yes.
Yes. And Ryan, I just sent you my copy of Detective Pikachu that you can watch digitally. So
now you have to watch
it with the screen pass. So yeah.
Oh God.
next episode you guys record, I expect a mini review of Detective Pikachu. I like this guy. I don't love this guy. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I think design wise, you're right. This is the best of the three, but the name is really just the more I look at it, the more I want to close this tab. So let's rank this.
Is it better than Trucknuts? I mean Castform?
Okay, so what would you rather have if you were in public? A truck driving by with truck nuts or someone with a loudspeaker?
Oh God.
Two douchebags, but very different types, right?
Yes.
Well, hold on. Here's a better question. You have to drive the vehicle with the loudspeaker or the truck nuts.
Well, then I'm going speaker because I can pick music that I like. And yes, I'm kind of being a jerk, but at least I'm getting some enjoyment out of it. Right. I get nothing from nuts being on my truck. Nothing. Zero positives there.
That's true. That's fair. So think above Castform then.
I'm going up quite a bit. So 567 is Tepig. I hate the name. I hate the Pokemon. Loudred, I just don't like the name, but I kind of like the Pokemon. So for me, it's above Tepig at 567. I think it's the dumb name and a dumb look.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to hear anybody arguing for Tepig here.
Not on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, probably above Flabébé too, but maybe above, or I mean, below Carkol. Carkol's cool.
You still feel bad about Carkol, don't you, Chris?
I do. We all should.
Yeah, we all should. Yeah, I'm okay with between Carkol and Flabébé.
Yeah. So I'm looking at a picture of Carkle. I've never seen him before. Okay, sure.
The mine carts.
You like this guy? You like this guy more? Sure. Okay. What the hell is this? It's a pile of coal with a face sticking out. All right.
Yeah.
Look at the final form, colossal.
Well, we're not allowed to judge him off of that, but
no, we're not. But
colossal. All right. It's a big. It looks like a black Blastoise with a pile of coal on his back.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah. All right, guys. You could have blown that.
All right. Loudred, a new 566. Maybe you need to get in touch with Chris about legally changing your name. That might do you some wonders. Next up, we've got Barboach.
Hey, we were talking about you earlier, buddy, when your dad was on.
I at least kind of like Barboach's design and name a little bit more.
What are the odds? Yeah, so you guys randomly generate these lists, right?
It's true.
Do you ever like get freaked out when it's like, what are the odds these two are in the same 20? That's crazy.
Even stranger. I pre-generated these lists when we started the show.
Oh, okay. So you got all the blocks already set out.
A majority of them, yes. Luckily, not all of them, because we have to add in Hisuians, and we don't want to just put those at the very end.
I haven't made all the lists, but I took the minimum number and the maximum number, and I generated all those numbers in a random and saved that list, so I could just grab the number. So I don't even know what is exactly coming until the lists get put together. But yeah, when stuff like this happens, I'm like, well, that's just, or when like the evolution just comes the very next episode, stuff like that's like wild to me. That's like, oh yeah,
that is crazy. Barboach. Well, let's start with the name. What do you think about this name?
Yeah, what are they going for, Ryan? You said you like the name.
Barnacle Boach. I don't.
You just break apart the syllables. Boach, loach.
What's a loach? Loach
sounds like a water thing.
It's a fish. Fresh water.
I think this thing's pretty. Look, I usually think of Pokemon in terms of cool or cute. It's not cool. Is it cute? Is it so ugly it's cute? It's just a noodle with fins. It's not doing a lot for me.
I am a big fan of noodle animals.
Okay.
Yeah, you are right. It is based on a loach. Looking at pictures of a loach, but I don't know. I didn't know what a loach was until just now, so I don't think it's exactly. Oh, loach! I get it.
Teaching us things.
Well, listen to this, fellas. It's so hard to hold on to a slippery Barboach that doing so has become a competition in some places. Hold the Barboach.
It's like the catching mudded pigs. Like it's a sport down south. You just run around pigs that are all mudded up and try to catch them.
I feel like they designed this Pokemon. It's a noodle. They put some fins on it, and it was all silver. And like, it's too plain. And so they just squiggled a black zigzag on the side. Yeah, there's something.
Perfect. Thank you, Jerry.
Give it the Charlie Brown t-shirt design. I don't know. I don't love it. Ryan, you seem the most passionate about this, so I think you need a spot on the list.
That's true.
I don't.
Anyway.
I mean, I may be the most passionate, but I don't think this is like a top half Pokemon or anything.
We like it more than Wishcash, yeah? The name doesn't piss me off as much. The design, a little better, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, not like 300 spots above Wish. Where do we just put Wishcash? Pretty low, right?
660.
660. Yeah, I do like it more than that. I would say.
Do we stay below Carvana?
No, I like this more than Carvana, which is weird.
Wow. Wow.
I think the color scheme works better than Carvana's color scheme is the biggest thing. I would say.
Do you like it more than Seeking?
That's tough. I like Kingdra a lot. But Horsey and Seeking kind of just.
Seeking is a very cool name, though. He's got the better name.
Seeking is Goldine's evolution. You're thinking of Seadra.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I am. Then yeah, I do like it more than Seeking. Have the better name for sure, but like design wise for little fish. Now you can stop me at any time. If both of you agree, Ryan, you're absolutely crazy. It's below Seeking. Stop me.
Ryan, you're absolutely crazy. It's below Carvana. For me. It's below Goldeen, actually.
Let me look at Carvana. Let's see. I know this guy. Carvana's pretty ugly. Like a piranha, weird colors.
Really bad color scheme.
Yeah. Goldeen's got, it's classic.
For some reason, there are so many water type. It is saturated in Gen 1. There are so many better water types you can grab. At least this has immunity to electricity.
I don't know. Remember whenever Magikarp says Goldeen for some reason in Smash Bros?
No, I don't remember that.
It's pretty good.
Really? First Smash Bros. When Magikarp comes out and flops around, it says Goldeen, Goldeen, Goldeen. They got it wrong.
Let's all just come to a middle ground here and put it below Seeking.
Sure.
I'll live.
That's the problem. When you're in the 600s, nobody's passionate about any of them. So it's like, all right, yeah, he pisses me off slightly less. Sure, let's do that.
All right. Barboach, a new 640, little bit higher than your dad, but you know what? You'll be fine. You're still in your comfort zone near the bottom of the water. Next up, we've got confidence with this name, Uxie. Uxie?
Let me check my Bible. The Bible says Yuxie.
Yuxie.
Yookzee. Yuxie.
I like it less now. I like my Pokemon names to be pretty phonetic. Like they don't give us a pronunciation guide. There's no voiceover in any of the games. So the names should be pretty phonetic. And that doesn't, for me, come across as very a phonetically sounding name.
That's a pretty good argument. I was about to say, in real life, names aren't always phonetic, but you kind of sold me on the fact that it should be pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I mean, if they want to add VO, by all means, pronounce them however you want and we will learn. But they've been doing non-VO, just written out words for 25 years and left us to our own devices. We're going to say them as phonetically as possible. So
you don't even need VO. Just the Pokédex should have an option to do like text to speech and just read the entry for you,
or give us that translation that you have in your Bible. That's not there in the Pokédexes that I'm aware of. Is it, Chris? Is that in the Pokédexes to your knowledge?
Not to my knowledge, but I don't go surfing the Pokédex very often. I guess I went through the Pokédex a lot in the new game, Arceus, and I don't think it's in there.
Yeah, so maybe I'm wrong.
This thing is kind of cute. It's kind of giving you Mew vibes, his little feet. But look at this. The height is 1 foot. The weight is 0.7 pounds. That's for the imperial height. Yeah. So 1 foot, 0.7 pounds. This thing is tiny. It's light.
Wow. They must have changed that because this thing's in Arceus and it's definitely like, I don't know, 3 feet at least or something.
Yeah, give or take.
They're not very consistent.
That's true. That's very accurate. You know how many different sizes Wailord has been? Good God.
According to legend, Yuxie brought the gift of intelligence to humankind. It is known as the being of knowledge. We were all just cavemen and Neanderthals before this guy came around.
That's
blessed us with the ability to make podcasts. So we owe a lot to Yuxie here.
We do. That's true. Ryan, should we talk about this thing's place in Arceus? It's very late game, post game, in fact. So maybe we shouldn't.
For our guests' sake, Chris, do you mind if we talk about late game Arceus spoilers?
No, I don't mind. I mean, make sure listeners know. Yeah, they can fast forward.
I think if we put up a spoiler wall, give us a couple minutes here.
Yeah, I mean, skip forward probably like 2 minutes. I don't know. Just really quick. Spoilers are active. Everybody, skip now. Is this the one that gives you like a quiz before you can catch it? Or no,
Yeah.
well, that's not before you can catch it, but that's like at the end of the game when you're taking their trials.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the one that like it's math questions, right?
Yeah, it's like, is it the eyeball quiz or whatever? The eyeball quiz.
Because
This
there's a
This
few.
is not
any
what I
sense here.
expected, but now we're going to go into spoilers. I don't. What the hell is this?
So I think this is the one where it lists a bunch of Pokemon, and then it's like, how many eyes do they have in order, and you have to give them back a number.
Yeah,
And
a
it's
5-digit number.
2, 1, 2, 5, 6 or something, and it's the number of eyes each Pokemon that he listed has. I think that's this one. Yeah.
Okay. So because of that, we'll end spoilers here, but then I will say because of that, this Pokemon sucks. Fuck that quiz.
Okay. I Uxie is a legendary or pseudo legendary, whichever classification you want to throw him under. This is like the third time they've tried to do Mew again, basically, because he got Celebi in Gen 2. And was there like a Mew like in Gen 3 that I can't think of?
Jirachi? No, that's Gen 4, right? Manaphy, I guess. Or is that also Gen 4? I don't remember.
I mean, why do we allow 50 different birds and 50 different fish, but not a few different versions of Mew? Is that so bad?
It's not bad.
It's not bad until you come to the thought that like birds are supposed to be everywhere. You know, in our regular day-to-day life, we do see dozens of different kinds of birds, but these are supposed to be legendary Pokemon that are more unique. And the fact that the designs are so similar to each other a lot of the times, and then you come to the fact that there's 3 of these things that are almost identical, just the hair color is a little different. There's Mesprit, Uxie, and
the farther you go back in evolution, the more similar things look, right? So if they're like the original Pokemon, it makes sense they haven't evolved into different forms yet, right?
That's true. It's true.
I'm just playing some devil's advocate
no,
here.
No,
I
that's
don't know.
fair.
I like Mew comparison aside. I like the double tails, the symmetrical tails. I think it's pretty cool. 2 tails.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Jirachi was Gen 3, by the way. I want to correct myself.
Okay.
So yeah, it doesn't have to go here, but Azelf and Mesprit are both on the list together, chilling at 601 and 602. We can go higher. Be kind of cruel to separate him from his friends, though. I'm just saying.
I would go higher. So I'm looking at Shiftry, which I hate even saying the name. Shiftry at 600, which is borderline monstrosity Pokemon. I think it's ugly. I think this thing's way above Shiftry, just on design and look alone. My thoughts.
Okay, I would argue
which we just talked about. I like it more than Jolber.
Oh.
I mean, what are the big negatives here? That it looks too much like Mew? I mean, looking at the design, that's the big negative?
It's one of the many bloated legendaries that it's 3 almost identical Pokemon that they release as legendaries that aren't necessarily super useful. They're more psychic legendaries, and how many psychic legendaries do we really need in Gen 4 at a time when we already have a boatload of psychic legendaries? And I mean, while it is maybe a better design than some of those Pokemon you mentioned, it is also a design based off of another Pokemon. So how original and creative is it really when you're taking something and kind of transforming it into something new? Where with the other Pokemon, at least they're trying for something totally unique and individual with those names.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's just really forgettable. Like Gen 4 is maybe my favorite generation, unless you count Hisuia's generation. I don't know. And like I barely remember that these things exist. They're like very briefly in that story, and then I think you can go catch them post game, but there's no real reason to, because that is the generation. Well, maybe Gen 3 you could argue, but especially Gen 4 where they just bloated the legendaries so big that like it did not feel meaningful to catch one anymore.
I stand by better than Shiftry, but I won't push any higher than that. I'll let you fellas figure out the ballpark from there.
I mean, I'm okay with that. Turtonator's also bad. Delmise, did we decide how to pronounce that? That one's bad. I would want to keep it below Hoopa at 587.
That's fair. That's fair. I know you also called out Drillbur, Chris. How about we go between Golem and Drillbur?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yep.
All right. A new 593 Uxie. Wait. Uxie, is that it?
Uxie. Yeah. Uxie.
Uxie. Oof. Get a Z in your name. Next up, we've got Metagross. Metagross? I think I always said Metagross as a kid because gross is in there.
Yeah, I said Metagross as well. Chris can correct us here, though.
I say, well, okay, let me look at how to say it. Gross. Okay. It still spells it the same in the pronunciation, Gross. Right. So I can only imagine it's saying gross, Metagross.
All right. We were all right as children. I changed it as an adult because they couldn't have put gross in a Pokemon name. That'd be ridiculous. They must have meant Metagross. And it's like it's supposed to be kind of like this techie steel Pokemon, and like Gauss is I don't know what I was going for, but no, Metagross. All right, that's fine.
I always think it's weird. So Metagross is formed when two Metang combine. There's such a weird way for a Pokemon to evolve when they just link together and suddenly they're a new being with one consciousness. Like they can't evolve unless they find a partner. It's weird.
It is a weird
strange
thing. They don't actually like manifest that in gameplay. Luckily, for some of the later ones, they do they make it where you have to trade these two Pokemon and then they kind of combine together and form new Pokemon. This one just evolves at a certain level, I think. But like canonically, yeah, it is odd because I think Metang's already like a combination of two Beldums. I mean, each of this guy's legs is a Beldum, very clearly.
Yep. That being said, I really like this guy. I like the design. Normally, I like my Pokemon to have Pikachu is obviously a mouse. There's a real world comparison, and then they kind of run with it. I don't really see like a real world thing that I'm sure there's some inspiration, but it's not. I mean, obviously, it's just a very original design that still works for me, which I think is kind of rare with Pokemon. And whenever I first got into Pokemon Go, I was a little bit late getting to it, but this was my Beldum was my first community day. And so getting a Metagross who was very useful at taking down gyms for a long time was a big deal. And I really liked my Metagross there. So the shiny is cool where it's gold.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of positives for me. I like this guy.
So Bulbapedia is saying it's roughly given the appearance of a mechanized arachnid, which I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, I mean it's only 4 legs. Like I'm terrified of spiders, so if this looked too much like a spider, I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, we do have Mega Metagross at the list. I think the original Metagross is better considerably, but Mega Metagross is on the list at 201.
I think we're going way above that.
Yeah, this is, I was going to say, a top 100 Pokemon for me. I love Metagross.
Yeah, sorry, Wes. Golduck's at number 100 right now.
Golduck's sitting at 100 right now, huh? No.
Let's see. How high? Giratina. I keep going back to that because I don't love Giratina, but Giratina's at 52. I like it more than Giratina, but I would like you to weigh in.
Honestly, my love for Giratina has gone up a lot with Arceus for spoilers reasons, but
yeah,
I still think I mean Metagross is, I mean at this point a classic, I guess, because those games are old as hell. One that I was familiar with as a kid and loved as a kid, so I'm not mad at going above Giratina.
Well, Scizor, who we just ranked earlier, has also got some metal, a little commonality there. How do you feel like Metagross versus Scizor?
I think Scizor's better.
Okay.
Ryan?
Yeah, I think I agree. Going on the metal trend, though, how do we feel about Corviknight at 39? Metagross.
I think Corviknight's better.
Okay. I think I agree still.
But I would go above Slowking.
I think that's fair. I think I like that spot.
Holden's going to have so much hate mail.
Oh my god, so much.
It's funny when there's people attached to these. So I'm looking at like Snorlax, who I think Bob fought for. Like, it's I feel bad, but
but there is science to be conducted here. And yeah, I think I do like Metagross more than I like Slowking. Chris, I hope you are okay with never appearing on How to Waste Your Time. You've burned that bridge. Never happening. Metagross, new number 40. Thank you so much. A great Pokemon from all millennials' childhoods who played Pokemon. So it's so weird to think of Gen 3 as a classic gen. God, we're old. Next up, we've got Rhyperior.
I don't love
Who
it.
wants to go first? Yeah, this is one of those evolutions that they added in Gen 4 for classic Pokemon, and I don't know, they just kind of add too much, you know? I think Rhydon was already a fine design, and then they just
they
slap
changed
a bunch
the
of weird stuff on
color,
it.
they changed the look, they changed everything. Like, it's doesn't work for me.
I think if they would have went more, but stuck with the more old school color scheme, I'd be more okay with Rhyperior. Or if they went with less change, but really changed the color scheme up, I'd be more okay. But the combination of two really doesn't do the evolutionary line justice, in my opinion. Also, where the holes in his palms come from?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It's kind of Magmortar-y, but does he shoot anything really? Like, at least Magmortar, you know, flamethrower is like an iconic move for him. I don't know what the iconic move he's shooting from his hands.
I got it right here in the Bible. Rhyperior uses the holes in its hands to bombard its opponents with rocks. Sometimes it even hurls a Geodude. What?
What?
Rhyperior's
got
rocky
Geodudes
hide
in there?
is thick enough to protect it from molten lava. So the idea of this thing shooting Geodudes out of its hand gave it a few points for me. That is pretty awesome.
Good.
That's interesting. Yeah, this is very...
This thing is huge, huh?
Oh, yeah. How big is it? How tall is it?
7'10", 623 pounds. 7'10". I mean, that's not that big enough to shoot Geodudes out of your hand. Are Geodudes tiny?
I think so. They're like a 2 feet, maybe.
Huge.
Okay.
Yeah, this is very specific, but I'm kind of confused about what's going on with the neckline, because you can see like it indents into like a different body underneath. It kind of looks like he's wearing armor.
I say it's his wife beater that you see, but it's solid.
Well, okay, and I think that ties into the hole in the palms, because Rhyhorn, maybe Rhydon doesn't, but Rhyhorn has like gaps in his shell, right? Because it's like armor over a body.
Yeah,
right.
So maybe at this point the body's just filling out that armor a lot more, and so you can kind of see it between the gaps around the neck. But the palms, and I think where they're going for with that is like, oh, the gaps in the armor, there's like a gap in his palm armor, but like I don't know, holes in hands are weird for me.
It's pretty weird.
It is weird.
Maybe it's like a Jesus allegory. Maybe.
Yeah, totally.
Not enough religion in my Pokemon, I'm always saying. Not enough Christian sacrifice.
Oh boy. So I think we're all in agreement. Worse than OG Rhydon, right?
Oh yeah.
Which we have.
Worse than Rhyhorn as well. I don't know if you've ranked Rhyhorn.
We have Rhydon at 274, Rhyhorn at 391. So we're going bottom half.
Okay, yeah, definitely below that.
Yeah, easily. Bottom half, I would say. I went to the bottom and started scrolling up. That's how. That was my thought.
Drillbur. That we talked about earlier.
I like it more than Drillbur, if not just because he can shoot Geodudes out of its hand.
Yeah.
I had no positives for Drillbur myself. But I don't love this guy, but I like it more than Drillbur.
But he does shoot Geodudes.
Well,
I came to Emboar at 576.
Okay, I think above. I think maybe we put him right next to his ammunition. Geodude's at 528.
Oh, are we cruel? Are we that cruel? Or is this an opportunity for Geodude to get shot up the list later on?
But I like Magnemite more than this guy.
Okay. I don't really like Magnemite at all. he was going to be on like 700 or something if it was my choice. But Ryan, you obviously like Magnemite because he got up higher.
I do like Magnemite. Man, yeah, I think below Magnemite. Do I want any real lower than that? No, it's better than Gorebyss. Vigoroth, Drapion, Skorupi, Dragalge. No, I you know what? I think between Magnemite and Manaphy is a good spot.
Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm not, but I'm happy enough.
You'll survive. You'll show up to recording next week.
Yeah, that's my constant state of being in life. Not happy, but happy enough. It's fine.
It's a give and take, this list, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, how's your Shuckle doing, Chris?
He's not in the top 5 anymore. I'm
top 10 still.
Yeah, it's true.
It's still very impressive.
Where did we just put Rhyperior? I scrolled the list.
530.
530. Rhyperior, new 530. Great job shooting Geodudes like crazy. We had to give you at least a little buffer there from Geodude because we can't have you changing his spot on the list. All right, it's important. This is scientific work we're doing. Next up, we've got Alolan Dugtrio.
So stupid. So fucking dumb. I love it. I love how absurdly awful it is.
We both agree it's dumb, but I hate it and you love it for its dumbness.
Not the first time that's happened on this podcast, but it's the first time it's not me and Chris.
God, you just slap a wig on it. Like
It's so dumb. This is in the Alola region, which is Hawaii, so they just made Dugtrio a surfer dude, because why not? It's very dumb.
Oh, is that what they're going for?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So it's not like a sex thing. It's not like this is
like Fabio. No, I don't think they're going for Fabio.
Sex like gender, not like a. Come on.
See, when you say sex, I just think of Fabio.
Been happening for years.
God. Yeah, I hate this thing.
Ryan,
this is
where
like
do you
mocking.
I love this thing.
It's so dumb.
I will come around on it if this art exists. So I'm sure you guys have seen the Dugtrio and you know where I'm going with this, and Diglett artwork where it's a big muscular man underneath the ground, right? If there's a version of that, but like they're muscular but wearing like a bikini, and this is their head with the wig, if that art exists, we can put this like top 10 or something. But that is we're relying on DeviantArt to.
You know what? We helped rely on DeviantArt when we ranked Diglett. That same reason. I love those Diglett pictures where it's just like Diglett head above ground, but it's freaking like the 60-foot tall muscle man from the first or second episode of One Punch Man underneath the ground.
That I do love those.
They're great. Now I'm on the hunt for some weird internet pictures, but I'll worry about that after the show. Yes. That's so good. All right.
The art is winning me over. So we got a Alolan Dugtrio, but the back head is replaced with He-Man doing the "What's Going On" song. So that's winning me over.
Yeah.
That's winning me over.
Where did we end up putting Alolan Exeggutor? Because it is dumber than that, but in a good way. Whereas Alolan Exeggutor I did not like.
I like Alolan Exeggutor. I think we got that pretty high because me and the guests liked it.
Yeah, he's at 213.
Okay.
So I mean, above that, is it where we're going, right? I think. I like it better than that. I like it less than Gigantamax Sandaconda, the sand snake tornado.
Were you? And I agree.
Okay. We've got Latios and Latias in between there that we talked about earlier. I think above those probably. Oh, Jirachi's hard to go above. I love Jirachi.
Jirachi's a fair call.
What number is that?
209.
209.
Is there anything you feel particularly passionate about? I know. I know, buddy. I'm sorry.
We just did the Latios and Latias, and I like those more than this. I mean, Gligar, I'm not passionate about, so.
Okay, we can go below Latios. I'm okay with that.
How about 212?
That's fine. All right. New 212, Alolan Doug Trio, always He-Man in our hearts. Thank you for coming on the show. Next up, we've got Deerling. I will voice the same opinion I voiced when we ranked Sawsbuck and say I like what they were going for with the different summer, spring, autumn, winter forms, but they didn't go far enough. I think this would have been an opportunity to give them some different typings. They could have kept the grass and changed the normal into different types as the seasons changed. I think that would have been interesting.
And even they all have the same yellow flower on their head. Why isn't that changing colors?
Yeah.
Maybe those are their antlers.
Which one is this? The pink one?
Pink is spring form. Summer is green, autumn is orange, and winter is brown. Like a classic deer fur brown.
Deerling's fur changes with the season. So it's not like 4 different types. It's the same one. But depending on the type. Okay. Well, that's okay. That changes a little bit. That's kind of cool.
It's interesting, but I wish they would have went further with it. I wish they would have given it some, like, if summer was like fire grass or something, or in spring.
Still never had a fire grass form, have we? Type.
Whenever you're playing the game and can you just catch all different forms? Because it doesn't make any sense, right? Or do you catch one and it changes throughout the year appearance?
Ooh, I don't remember.
I think it's region based, I want to say, because you go into like a snowy region and they're just like, yeah, this is the winter region.
Well, when these were announced in Gen 5, they actually had seasons.
Well, maybe this
in that game. So if you caught one in spring, you would have caught a spring. Well, January, May, or September. February is spring. February, June, October is summer. March, July, November is autumn. April, August, December.
I think that's the hiccup in your idea, Ryan, is if their type changed during the season, do they forget their fire moves and learn water moves or whatever? Like, how would you?
I played a shitload of Gen 5. Like, that's probably my second most played generation. I don't think they change forms as the seasons change. I think if you
the lore and gameplay don't really line up, it sounds like.
Yeah. Which, I mean, wow, that's the first for Pokemon.
Yeah. How about this? Shifts in temperature and humidity affect the color and even the scent of its fur.
People really get in there and smell the fur.
Wet
I don't think
fur,
about
right?
How they smell.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the name? Too simple or good because it's simple? Deerling, the deer. Boom.
Boom.
I think it's better than Sawsbuck. Sawsbuck is weird.
Yeah, the combination of its name being like darling and hearing that people like to sniff its fur, I'm not into that.
Oh, deer is also a pet name. Hey, deer. Hey, darling.
Oh,
hey, deerling. I mean, it's okay. It's above all those monstrosities we were talking about earlier. It's not horrible. It's kind of a middle of the road.
Yeah.
It's cute, but uninspired.
We have a Sawsbuck on the list, the evolution of this, which does the same kind of seasonal transformation thing at 519.
I think Sawsbuck looks cooler, but has a dumber name. I don't know what that amounts to, but.
Yeah.
Okay. Just as a point for people that maybe not play Gen 5 but do play Pokemon Go, they do change as the seasons change in Pokemon Go.
Interesting. So yeah, the typing thing would be weird there if they change types.
Yeah, but I still think it's a lesser Pokemon for it, because then it's just like 4 different shinies. I mean, what that you get as the seasons change. I don't know. Maybe I'm being dismissive, but.
Maybe. Yeah, I think I agree over Sawsbuck. Probably not very far above, though. We're at 519, by the way, for listeners. I'd probably stay below Kamo-O. I really like Thievul at 509 and 514.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan?
I think I like Sawsbuck more.
Oh. What number Sawsbuck?
519. I like the design changes. I think the design changes are more significant and more interesting in Sawsbuck than they are in Deerling.
That's true. Deerlings is really just a palette swap, whereas the horns are at least changing. And
at least I don't have like that issue with, well, then it's just 4 different shinies that I do for Sawsbuck, because Sawsbuck is changing.
I feel like I'm looking at Mighty Ina. How do you say that?
Mighty Ina.
Okay, that at 524. I think it's about the right spot, because that's just a hyena. This is just a deer, kind of uninspired. I think we're kind of in the same ballpark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Above, below, that's up to you guys, but I think that's the area for this guy.
You're gonna put this above Mega Charizard Y?
You didn't need to bring that up, Ryan. You didn't need to
look. I've got to cut my losses where I can. Mega Charizard Y is at 520. He's gone. I've got to look after
He's gone.
My Mega Charizard, my Charmander, the guys that have a chance to stay up high.
That's fair.
I'm okay below Mighty Ina. Definitely above Shellos, though.
That's fine.
Cool. 525.
All right. Deerling, new 525. Man, I mean, you're cute. You're all right. But you know what? You caused too many car accidents by me. I just don't have a favorable opinion of deer. Next up, we've got Slowpoke.
Look at this. I think this might be the last slow anything that we have to rank, I feel like.
I think so. So we've done Galarian.
Yeah, we've got... Let's see. Let's start at the top. We've got Slowking. We've got Galarian Slowking. We've got Galarian Slowbro. We've got Slowbro. We've got Galarian Slowpoke. And we've got Mega Slowbro. But yeah, I think this is the last one.
This is the OG is the last one you rank.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, golly.
And
I love this little guy. He's so cute.
He's all right.
Like, not top half love, but...
I mean, he does have a meme, you know? The Slowpoke meme, when people post things that's 2 years late and you just give them a Slowpoke picture, everybody knows.
That's an old meme.
I think, I don't know, this might be a hot take. I think it's my favorite in the Slow family. Because, like, Slowbro, one thing I hate more than a Pokemon evolution where 2 Pokemon come together to make the next form is when 2 different types of Pokemon come together to make an evolution. I can't wrap my head around it. It's too much for me. Slowking, I don't know. Okay, I take that back. Slowking might be my favorite, though.
Yeah.
Even though it's also doing that, but he looks...
He just said that so I wouldn't be like, well, Slowking's at 41. You want to put Slowpoke up at 40?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so how do you feel comparing Slowking to Slowpoke? Do you think they're similar, or do you think Slowking's just like way better?
I think Slowking's way better.
Yeah. We had an argument that really sold us on Slowking. Is that like the intelligence level? This is basically a human walking around, and he's human sized, and he's just like your Pokemon bro. With Slowking, and Slowpoke is like, you know, he's like your neighbor's dog. You love him, but he runs into the fence every day.
Yeah, I do feel bad for these guys, because bad people cut off their tails and eat them, apparently.
That's what I was just about to read it. And Slowpoke, if Slowpoke's tail breaks off as it goes about its business, you know, if it just breaks off,
just happens.
It probably won't even notice, and a new one will grow in quickly. The discarded tail can be dried for use in cooking.
Yeah, in Gen 2.
So how does, now the evolution makes less sense. If its tail breaks off so easily, how does the Shelder clamping onto its tail not break it off, and then he's back to being a Slowpoke?
Well, here's the ultimate question: is how much of the tail breaks off when it does break off naturally? Is it just like, so we've got like 3 gradations of the pink in the tail. Is it like the light pink tip that just breaks off, the medium pink, or the dark pink? Because like
Ryan, I'm going to cut you off and say I don't want to think about this.
Fair.
You bring much tail. Slowpoke.
So I think below Slowking, but probably above all the other slow stuff. But that's quite the jump from 41 Slowking to 587 Galarian Slowking.
I like the description though. Slowpoke is the dopey Pokemon.
Fitting.
I like that.
Perfect.
I like it. He looks nice. He looks happy all the time.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? Is it a bear? What are they basing this thing on?
Oh,
like a lazy bear?
Slowpoke is a pink Pokemon that resembles a cross between a salamander and a hippopotamus.
Okay, hippo, I see. Salamander. Okay, the tail makes sense now.
Tail, yeah. Yeah, and the tail breaks off. Yeah, that's a salamander thing. Okay.
Okay. And a hippopotamus. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Sure.
Man,
although
where does this guy
hippopotamus
go?
are notoriously aggressive, so I really like the attitude change that Slowpoke got from regular hippopotamus.
All right, is this top 100?
I don't think so.
Not when Mew's in 100.
Yeah.
If there was a different Pokemon at 100, maybe, but Mew's 100 right now. And
man, Golduck is 101. Golduck? All right. We're not here talking about Golduck. Let's see.
Just cutting yourself out of shows, Chris. Wes is never going to have you on Great Game Debate.
Every other guest. I'm sorry. I'm available. Call me. I'll be in a show. Sorry.
I mean,
right,
are we looking that high though? Like in the 200s, 100s? Are we guys looking?
I mean, I don't think it's that far from Slowking, but you think it's Slowking. So I'm trying to find that ballpark. 152 is Fat Pikachu. That's a pretty comparison, right? Big guy, oafy, lazy. What do we like more, Slowpoke or Fat Pikachu?
Fat Pikachu.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go with the OG.
I mean, they're both memes.
It's true.
Both memes.
I just saw a GIF today that I think I shared on Twitter of Fat Pikachu in the anime watching Meowth almost drown, and then Meowth gets out of the water and he's upset about it and does like, darn it, a snap. It's very good. Fat Pikachu's a savage.
Yeah, I do think we're in the top half of the list for Slowpoke. I'm gonna call out a Pokemon I assume Chris would like to stay below, and that's Sinistea at 190.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, My Little Pony, Galarian Ponyta.
All right, question, fellas. And I don't mean to keep picking up Pokemon that we're not talking about today, but number 224 on the official list is Diglett, frowny face, frowny face.
That's Chris is doing.
We're just upset that Diglett was so low?
I'm upset that he's so high.
Oh, so, okay, Slowpoke or Diglett? What's higher for you?
Slowpoke.
Okay, so let's go above 224. You were just fighting for a lowland Dugtrio, but you hate Diglett?
He's just so plain. I don't know. There's nothing interesting about him to me.
Okay. Spiritomb at 206. I like Slowpoke more.
Yeah, I could go above Spiritomb. Especially Spiritomb now is weak against Fairy. It's no longer even like a cool anomaly of not having weakness.
Yeah, Spiritomb.
Mega Metagross. I think we're all kind of cool on that guy. It's a little too much going on there. I think Slowpoke in a simplistic design I like more than Metagross's over the top stuff.
Maybe I'd probably go below Litwick though. The little candle Pokemon I like a lot.
Well, okay, go below. Okay, but above Lampert.
Yeah, probably above Lampent.
Lampent, sorry, I mispronounced. Sorry for the disrespect, Lampent.
I'll survive.
Or I mean, below Lampent, I'm above Spiritomb was where my passion stops. If we get above Spiritomb, I'll be happy.
I can survive between Litwick and Lampent because we haven't ranked Chandelure yet, and that's when that Pokemon comes to its fullest realization for me. I love Chandelure.
Make sure to come to the podcast super mean that day.
How dare you, sir? Slowpoke, a new 204. Thank you very much, you adorable pink ball you. If you want to leave a tail behind, hey, that's great. But, I'm not going to cut it off of you or anything like some kind of savage. Next up, we've got Applin.
Boo.
He's an apple.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's the correct.
The problem with this Pokemon, and it's the problem we've had every time we've talked about him, is like it's unclear, even in the Pokedex entries, if the apple is like a part of him or if he's just the dragon inside of the apple, but he crawls inside of a bunch of apples. It's very odd, and I don't like it.
So when I was on last, we did the final. I'm sorry, the G-Max form,
which is like an apple pie, right?
Yeah, and had like caramel or sap oozing out or something, or pie filling or whatever it was. And on an entry we read then, it said he had to find an apple to evolve, a bigger apple, something like that. It very much implied that the apple is not part of the Pokemon, which, again, I can't wrap my head around how this works.
Yeah, then it's just like an apple.
Are those eyeballs sticking out the top? Are those wings sticking out the top? What am I looking at?
Pretty sure those are eyeballs of a worm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if it's true that he has to get an apple, then Applin is nothing more than the dragon worm that crawls into that apple. Here's the other thing.
Big old eyeballs sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
We don't have a lot of grass dragons, right?
True.
Maybe one other. And they give us this one that's just kind of crap. Like, and like, I don't want a Pokemon that turns into a dessert. I'm tired of these food Pokemon. Like,
don't you be insulting the ice cream now. We're not here for that.
Look, we will talk about Vanillite when we're talking about Vanillite. I just said food Pokemon, right? That could have been.
It was about Vanillite. Don't beat around the bush.
Honestly, I like the first Pokemon that come to my mind are those fairy food Pokemon that have been so prevalent.
Slurpuff.
But like, and maybe I'm a little jaded because I got Shield, and the Shield evolution for Applin is worse in my opinion.
Yeah, is that the one that's literally an apple pie?
Right? It's just an apple pie. It's just a dinosaur with an apple helmet and apple fucking pie back. I hate it.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on this one being quite bad.
I'm looking
very bad.
High 600s, 700s.
Yep. Well, we've got Gigantamax Flapple at 708.
I think this is above that. I hate them both, but but that one is just more offensive. It's just throwing more at you. That's just like, stop it. I hate all of this. I remember there was something in the Pokédex about its aroma, which I hated. So this is not as bad as that. Okay. Man, y'all get Ekans at 703. This Ekans is better than this guy.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
Galarian Stunfisk is like a bear trap. I think that's better than a little worm.
A bear trap with a Pokeball in its mouth, like a fake Pokeball to lure trainers in.
And chop off their arms. It's metal.
Yep.
I think Electrode is better.
Okay. Electric. Maybe above electric.
Oh yeah, that thing's pretty bad.
I don't know. I could even go below electric, but I do think it's better than Vullaby, the baby vulture with half of an eggshell for a diaper.
I would put it above electric.
Okay, I agree.
All right, I'm fine with that.
I hate this thing, but it's got it. Just a hint of cuteness going for it. Right? But electric has no cuteness, no cool.
Giant eyes, remember that.
Honestly, imagine like flicking its eyeballs. That's all I can think of.
Why do you have to say that? No.
But one thing I just noticed that I like is it doesn't make any sense with this design. Because it's like just an actual apple, but it's implying that there's fangs in the design of the apple, the color.
Oh yeah, true.
That's kind of cool.
They're like
kind of cool.
Reverse fangs, they're like up fangs, like orc fangs.
Oh yeah, they're bottom fangs. Yeah,
sure. All right, Applin, 706. Be a different Pokemon. Next up, we've got, but not this next Pokemon, Gumshoes.
This is even more Donald Trumpy than Yungoos.
I was gonna say, talk about memes. Boy.
He's old. It's the other one, like Donald Trump when he's young.
Yeah, I mean, I go right below Yungoos. I don't even want to know about this thing's lore or anything. I just know what it makes me think of. And it's the worst 4 years of this country.
I don't like the name. I think it's late Gumshoe Detective, I guess is what they're going for. I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of got flaps coming out that are supposed to be like a an old detective jacket. What do you call it? Trench coat, I guess.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yep, I don't like anything about it.
Stakeout Pokemon. Let's just put it below Young Goose and get out of here.
Sure.
786 Gumshoes. You know what you've done. Next up, we've got Woobat.
It's like, what if Zubat, but it looks dumber?
What if Zubat, but cute, but psychic flying?
Psychic flying is more interesting. But
I'm trying to choose my words carefully. I think there might be more thought put into this than Zubat, because Zubat is just a flippin' bat, right? This is like a bat, but it's like cartoonish bat wings. It's furry. It's got a pig type nose, the single tooth. I think it's odd. It's not great, but I kind of like it more than Zubat. And I'm an OG guy. I love the 151, but I don't love Zubat.
I think I agree from a design perspective. Like, I think more design effort went into this than Zubat. But their effect in the game is pretty much Zubat. They're the little flying bat you run into every 3 steps in any cave once they've been introduced, unless Zubat is the bat they want in there. So it leaves an impression like Zubat.
Yeah, I mean, at least this one doesn't poison you, though.
And when Woobat attaches itself to something, it leaves a heart-shaped mark with its nose, which I guess, is that the name? Woobat? Like it woos you, right?
Yeah. Does that mean that Woobat is giving people hickeys with its nose?
Yep, definitely.
Yep.
Is there
Mr. Mime isn't the only Pokemon that can give you hickey.
Just ask Ash's mom. It's fine.
So Zubat's on the list, yeah? Where's Zubat?
Yeah, Zubat's 757. Yeah. Specifically because he is so obnoxious in every game that he's in. You run into so many.
Yeah. I like it. I say above Zubat. How are you two feeling?
Yeah. I'm okay with it. Not mad.
How about Nidorina? The ginger Pokemon before ginger was cool.
Yeah. I could go for that. I could go above Clang.
Carablast.
Go above Carablast, but I might stop at Regice.
Yeah. I would say below Regice for sure.
Okay. Sounds great to me. 751.
Look at the low ones are typically so easy to agree on. 751 Woobat. Look, again, it's not your fault. Game Freak did this to you, and they know what they've done. Next up, we've got Roserade.
I like this design a lot.
I think this is the best of the line by a long shot. I think the white hair adds so much for this Pokemon.
Yeah, the kind of Joker from Persona 5 mask going on too.
Like a domino mask, yeah.
Yeah, I never noticed that before, but totally.
I personally might like Roselia more design wise, but I like them both. I think they both work really well. If I'm recalling correctly, the shiny has like a black rose. Is that right?
Is that the case?
I think so.
Scroll down. Oh my god, it does. The red is purple and the blue is black.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty dope.
Cool. That's great shiny.
She got a little necklace there. I like this design. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I think it's a really good design. It's not like top 100. I don't think. And that's not honestly better than Mew.
A strong family. The Budew, Roselia, and Roserade. I like them all, and it's very rare. I like every single one of them.
Yeah, I think we weren't a big fan of Budew, right? Badew's on the list of 733.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
I do like Roselia. Roselia has not been ranked yet, I don't think. No.
I think Badew's just a little too plain. I think the extra colors that the roses add I like the idea behind that evolutionary line, because we got Roselia first and then Badoo and Roserade later, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, was Roselia solo originally?
I think so. I think Roselia was a solo.
Badoo was a baby edition, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. And you know what? I think this is one of the few Pokemon where I think they really did add good stuff for both the baby and older forms when they added more evolutions.
And it looks like they could have all debuted in the same gen. Like it looks like they were all designed with each other in mind.
Totally.
All right, look, you say it's not as good as Mew. That's fine. I like it more than Golduck, though, right below Mew.
Fair enough.
Who fought for Golduck? Who am I?
Wes.
Wes from Great Game Debate. Yeah.
Wes. I'm sorry, brother, but I'm not even gonna hate on Golduck. He can be one or two, but
yeah, I mean, looking below that, like the only ones that stand out to me as like I like them more than this is Mudkip and Teddy Ursa. Squirtle got pushed down hard in recent episodes.
Well, I like it more than Wooper though. Wait,
I agree. Wooper's up there because of Wooper Watch, iconic moment, video game history.
Yeah.
Well, let's compare it to what was the 100 benchmark when this episode started at Ninetales at 104.
I like it more than Ninetales.
Okay. I'd say right below Mudkip.
I like it.
Or Ditto. I like Ditto a lot too. So I'll let you guys decide.
Yeah, I like Ditto. But between Mudkip and Ditto. Ryan, where you at?
I'm good with that. Yeah, between Mudkip and Ditto feels good.
If you had been earlier in the episode, you could have been top 100 for a split second, Roserade.
But instead, you're 103.
Can't be above Golduck. Right, Wes? I got you, buddy.
Roserade showing the love in this community. Thank you so much, new 103. Next on the list, we've got Togetic. This is a name I have not necessarily been confident on pronunciation. So what does the Bible tell us, Chris?
Togetic.
Togetic. Oh.
Togetic.
Mm-hmm. I always said Togepi, so I always want to say Toga, like as the name.
Toga.
Yeah.
So it says Togepi is actually Togepi.
I hate that Pokemon now. We rank Togepi way too high.
Well, that one, surely they said that on the anime, right? Because Misty had it for a long time.
True.
That's a good point. No, now I gotta know.
This is okay. So this is maybe we think about these too much, but look, this is a show dedicated to ranking these things. So that's what we're here for. Togepi, I guess, if I'm pronouncing this way, is clearly a Pokemon inside of an egg, like mid-hatch. That's clearly the idea, right? And then you get to Togetic, and the egg is the body. The whole thing is white. The design that was on the shell is now on the body, and that goes all the way through Togekiss, however you want to say that one. So is that shell on Togepi actually the body, but it looks like it's a baby in a shell?
I don't know, because it hatches from an egg. In every game, they always give it to you in an egg. Well, most of them, I should say. And like even in the show, it hatches from an egg that Misty is carrying around for an absurdly long time, and then it's just still wearing the egg.
So does the egg break off, and it's just a coincidence the design from the egg is now on the body?
I don't know.
You want to go with that?
Well, the design from the egg is more like an off-white. It's like a yellow-white, and then those shapes are green.
I'm looking at them side by side, and they're exactly the same.
Yeah, I want to say they're the same.
Red and blue triangles.
Are you thinking of on the Game Boy when they didn't have enough colors?
Game Boy Color?
Yeah, all Pokemon are green and gray.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same color, just slightly brighter on Togepi.
Let me see here. Let me see if this posts properly. That's just a PNG. I wanted the GIF version. God damn it! In most games they're green splotches.
I don't believe you.
I'm getting the link. I swear to God.
Yeah, Togepi
none of this is helping us rank the Pokemon.
No, not at all. Togepi and Togetic got a big bump with Fairy type because they're no longer normal. They're now Fairy and then Fairy Flying for Togetic.
Look,
and normal type stuff.
Togetic is the happiness Pokemon and is widely regarded as a bringer of good luck. Togetic seeks out people with pure hearts and showers happiness upon them. I like that. That's nice. Nice and optimistic. I don't love it, but I like it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the... Okay, yeah, the base stats are still really bad for Togetic. Togekiss is a freaking insanely powerful Pokemon I've discovered recently. But this one's still pretty weak. 405 total stats. I don't know, do we like it more or less than Togepi, I guess? It's the first question.
Less for me.
All right, there. That's a Gen 3 egg hatching, and it's got green spots in the Gotta Rank 'em All channel.
Oh, the egg itself has green spots. I see what you mean.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The eggshell itself is green spotted, not like Togepi's eggshell. Like in the games, they're green spotted, so it's a different shell coloring from the egg that Pokemon is from.
I don't understand the point you are making now. What's your point?
I had a conversation while I was Googling something else. It's something about the eggshell being the Pokemon. They're different things.
So yeah, like in the game, the splotches on the egg are green. So when it hatches from that egg, it no longer has green splotches. It has different color. But
there's an egg within the egg.
Yes, but in the anime, the egg that Misty carries around is Togepi's egg with the red and the blue.
I have posted multiple videos about how we can't trust the anime. All right, Officer Jenny calls a Growlithe an Arcanine. We can't trust the anime.
I'm just saying. And also, this is so irrelevant. It could not be less relevant to ranking this Pokemon right now.
Welcome to this podcast.
I think I agree with you lower than Togepi for Togetic here.
What do you have, Togepi?
428.
428. Pretty low. Kind of surprised. All right. I'm looking at Oddish at 446. I like Oddish more.
Okay.
I'm looking at... Oh, boy. Matang for another just odd adolescent middle evolution.
See, this is weird because I would go below Matang, but I kind of want to go above Magby, so now my brain's broken.
Magby's weird. I don't like Granbull. I'd go below Granbull. Cacturn, I like more.
Really?
At 466. I mean, again, we're in the 400s. I'm not super passionate about this, but...
I really don't like McCargo, I think, is my problem.
Above Crobat?
Above Crobat.
Ryan...
I'll just leave
get him. Get him.
Crobat's at 469. Let it go, Ryan.
No, Crobat is much higher.
Ooh, yeah, below Fampy is good.
I'm looking for.
Okay, we're falling.
Re-rank Crobat. Reach out to me.
Your DM's about to blow up, dude. All these Crobat fans.
It's a great Pokemon. Fight me. It's so fast. It hits hard. I love Crobat, and I have for Gen. I used to hate the entire line, and it was like Gen 5. I got convinced to try a Zubat, I think, because Crobat's really good, and I got a Crobat, and I fell in love. I love those Crobats.
Now you're married to Crobat.
Mm-hmm. I've got 3 Crobat husbands.
I say above Dewdong at 485. Just to find a floor so we quit sinking.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Yeah.
Above Rufflet. Probably above Florges for me. Below Sawaddle, though, maybe. Sawaddle just has good lore.
I think that's where I love Sawaddle's name.
Okay.
So and Swaddle in the name of a Pokemon that makes itself its own clothes as a baby. Yes, please. Thank you. More names like that, Game Freak.
Saying Togetic is not a stroke of genius? I don't know what it even means.
Togetic, a new 483. Oof. Next up, we've got... Well, that was the end of the randomly generated list, actually. But, of course, Chris gets to bring a Pokemon to rank with him for the list this evening. Chris, who'd you bring?
I am bringing Umbreon to the rankings today. A Pokemon that has not been ranked yet on your fine show, but an evolution that I personally love. And the reason I'm bringing Umbreon is last time I was on personal favorite. I brought Charmander, excuse me. I brought Charmander and managed to get him in the top 10. I've been sad every week watching him fall, but I'm glad I fought for him to start so high so that he's still in a respectable position. But this week coming on, I asked my daughter, who again has helped me a lot with learning about these Pokemon and big Pokemon fan herself, what her favorite Pokemon was. And I think Eevee itself is number one, which you guys have ranked. So I wanted to know what her favorite evolution was. And we landed on Umbreon, which is an evolution that I also personally really like. I think it's a great look. I love dark types. Being that my only exposure to Pokemon is Gen 1 and Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Go, this is a Pokemon I'm familiar with from Pokemon Go mainly. And I like the look. I think it's tough designing evolutions that all look distinct, but also look like an Eevee. There's a fine line to walk. I think some are more successful than others, but I think this one, they kind of nail it. I think that color scheme is just unlike any of the other evolutions. It stands out amongst the line. You immediately know what type it is just by looking at it. I am all about this guy.
Yeah, one of the OG dark types. Gen 2 when they introduced Dark type. I love this Pokemon as well. I love Espeon and Umbreon. I think I put Espeon just slightly above Umbreon, but I unabashedly love Colosseum, a game that gets shit on constantly, and Umbreon and Espeon are your two starters in that game, and they're great throughout.
Awesome.
Yeah, Umbreon's a personal favorite. I'm a Gen 2 lover, of course. And I think personally I'd put Umbreon just a touch above Espeon. I love this design. It's great. And I mean, talk about sometimes lazy shinies, just changing the gold to blue, isn't a huge change, but I do like the shiny of this mon as well.
It works for me because you can't change the black. That's like what makes it unique. It's got to be black. So you got to change the yellow, and it's not yellow to darker yellow like they do sometimes. A slightly different shade. It's blue like that. That pops. It makes a difference, and it's distinct enough to justify being a cool shiny. So I'm about that shiny.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys,
54 is Eevee, 55 is Espeon. Looking at the list.
Yeah, and I think we're all in. It sounded like we're in agreement that Eevee is the best one overall because it's the progenitor of all these.
I don't know. So the argument for Eevee to be the best one is that it has the potential to be any of the others that you might like. Is that the argument there?
Yeah, I mean, it's also like a mascot. I really loved using it in Let's Go Eevee.
Right. I mean, valid points. I think just on a base level, not even think about them being evolutions of one another. I just think Umbreon looks cooler than Eevee, but it's hard to really argue against Eevee because, it's got all that potential. But I don't know. Do you rank potential higher than fulfillment? Like this is the fulfillment. God, it's hard to say. The fulfillment of an Eevee's potential, right? This is it becoming the cool thing rather than just having the potential to be the cool thing. It's got to count for something.
Yeah, I think I don't remember the episode that we ranked Espeon. I think it's been quite a while, but I almost definitely argued for Espeon to be above Eevee, and I got shut down by some goons. So I would prefer Umbreon to remain
fight again. oh, okay. I thought you were on my side.
No, I would want Espeon above Umbreon. That's not going to happen here because you both like Umbreon more than Espeon. Fair enough.
Listen, Ryan, if you were shown Umbreon is a Pokemon. Eevee as a Pokemon, and you didn't know one evolved to the other. This is one Pokemon. His name is Umbreon. He's Dark type. He looks badass. And this is Eevee. It's a cute fox. Which one would you like more?
I would like Umbreon more.
By that virtue, Eevee needs to go down about 200 spots.
Look, we're not here to rank Eevee, and maybe there is a case to drop Eevee. But Eevee has merits besides just, like you said, it's a mascot. It is cute. Like, that stuff matters. But do you want to really create a ceiling for all those evolutions that just by principle it can't go above Eevee?
Well, I mean, I honestly think we are talking about, in my mind at least, the only other evolution that could top Eevee. I think it's Espeon or Umbreon are the only two that could really top the originator, in my mind, personally. I don't think Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Leafeon, Glaceon, or Sylveon are better than Eevee in my mind, but Espeon and Umbreon could be.
Those are my two favorites, for sure.
Okay. Well, why don't we swap Espeon and Eevee, and then we can have this conversation. Where are you guys looking then? Because if we're talking dark types, I like Weavile more than Umbreon, I think.
Ooh. Okay.
At 49.
I think I agree.
I like Umbreon more than Giratina. I don't know, that's my go-to today, but
just hating on Giratina.
I mean, I like Umbreon more. Nothing negative with Giratina. I like Umbreon more.
Fair. It's fair. Spectre is really cool. I think I like Umbreon more, and I think I like Umbreon more than Galarian Rapidash.
Yes. Right below Weevil then? New 50?
Ryan?
I'm not mad at it. I was maybe making the argument in my head to go right between Eevee and Espeon, but I'm okay with number 50.
I mean, that's where I was looking, so let's just go back on. No, I'm just kidding.
Umbreon, a new number 50. Chris has gotten 2 Pokemon in the top 50. That's some great lineage for guesting on the show.
I don't know if anybody's ever told you, but all the guests, we all have fantasy gotta rake 'em all bet going. I'm winning.
We've been assuming for weeks. Chris, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you for having me. This is a blast.
I had to do it one time.
I gotta pause every time you say Chris, and it's not directed at me, but yeah, with such a unique name like Chris, what are the odds that there's two of us on here, right? No, thanks for having me. I love the show. Like I said, I try to follow it every week, and sometimes it stings to watch my boy Charmander fall. But I'm glad. I can't wait for my daughter to watch and see that we fought so hard for Umbreon top 50. For now, I'm sure it'll be knocked out next week. But anyway, thanks for having me on. It's great. I love the show. Love y'all's work. Love Splunkers. Love everything. Love being on.
You're just full of love. You're full of positivity, Chris. Really. Do you have a podcast that revolves around that?
Funny you should ask. I do. I am a co-host of the podcast Best of the Rest. And each week on the show, we take a second look at a comic book movie that was poorly received upon release. But here's the thing. We challenge ourselves to only talk about the positives, only talk about things we like. So we, at the time of this recording, our next episode is going to be on the 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. One that was produced by Michael Bay that a lot of people haven't said nice things about. So we watched it. We found the things to like and to praise. And it is sometimes a challenge. We've covered Daredevil, Ang Lee's Hulk, Catwoman was a recent one. So sometimes it's pretty tough to find those positives, but that's kind of part of the fun. And we're approaching, episode 43 coming out. We're a little ahead on recording, so we're coming up on our first year. Pretty exciting time. So yeah, please check us out. Best of the Rest, anywhere you get your podcast.
That is exciting. I would also, real quick, for you, like to shout out the Best of the Rest Discord. Y'all host movie nights once a month. I try to catch those movie nights whenever I can because they're really the only time I watch movies.
I was going to say 50% of every movie you've ever seen.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, and there's always a fun time. Good people, even if you just join in and mute yourself and just watch the movie, it's just a fun time to watch a movie with friends. It's a lovely little Discord community.
Thank you.
Yeah. Other Chris, our Chris, do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, then the button's right below. You're almost there. Please click it. It's right there. Yeah, the classic YouTube guy thing. And if you are listening to this on your favorite podcast app, we will have a link to the YouTube channel below. We put a bunch of Let's Plays and stuff there. We put our podcast there, obviously. We got a bunch of different podcasts. The Game Exploration Show, Gotta Rank 'Em All. Last Call doesn't go to YouTube, actually, but if you're in your podcast app, listen to that too.
Yeah, it's a fun time. We're always a little drunk recording those episodes. And be sure to check out our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Spelunkers. A lot of those Let's Plays were originally live streams that we do on Twitch. I'm still playing Pokemon. I'm still playing Pokemon. There's so many Pokemon games. Why did I decide all the Pokemon games? Chris has finally finished Resident Evil on Wednesdays, and we'll be playing some other things until we start a new celebration. Looks like Wasted might have some changes, maybe moving that to Friday sometime soon. Stay tuned. Every other Saturday, we may have some fun stuff coming up. But yeah, always something on Sunday, just a bunch of Twitch streams, always something for everybody, even if you don't want to watch all of them. I'm sure you'll enjoy at least one of them. So check us out there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us as we continue finalizing the most important decisions of our lives. And let's see if I can steal a podcast outro. Just remember, not all Pokemon are great, Chris.
But all Pokemon have greatness.
We'll see you next week.
Gotta rank 'em all, Pokemon!
Is that burp gonna come out before I start with the intro?